Let me pose something to you, Tamir. And this is me putting forward a viewpoint, but I want to reiterate this: your response will be you as a private citizen, not speaking on behalf of the government or any government apparatus. So within this two-state paradigm, you have the ceding of further land. We saw what that brought about in the case of the Gaza Strip and our withdrawal from the Gaza Strip. You also have the removal of Jewish people, possibly up to 250,000 of them, from their homes in Judea and Samaria. You cede the topographical advantage, the hills of Judea and Samaria. I don't need to tell you about those. You know them better than I do. And you enter into an agreement with an entity, in this case, the Palestinian Authority, that has made it very, very clear that what they're after is actually not so much Judea and Samaria and so forth, but it's actually Jerusalem. So with all of those considerations being at play, answer me two things. Number one, what would Israel's red line be in a two-state solution? What would they not put up for negotiation? And number two, if the two-state solution was enacted as I understand it, and please feel free to correct or adjust anything, do you think the Israeli citizenry would be able to recover from the damage wrought across our population? Because I don't think we've ever fully recovered from the withdrawal from the Gaza Strip in 2005. I think it's caused a schism within Israeli society. And I think that that would likely be repeated were we to withdraw from Judea, Samaria, the West Bank. Give us your view on those points, because I think they're oftentimes raised. They also happen to be views that I hold dear to myself, but I'm very keen to hear your perspective, much more than I am to hear mine.
So look at your back, there is a map of Israel, right there. Few maps even.
Yes.
Right? There is no problem. We can have every piece, every inch of land from Mediterranean to the Jordan Valley. But we must understand what are the consequences.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Think that you are living in the United States, okay? That tomorrow morning, someone going to tell you, you know what? Yes, you were born in the United States. Even your parents were born in the United States, and your grandparents maybe even. But you want to choose a prime minister, so you're going to elect the Israeli prime minister because you can't elect the American president. You cannot play any part in the American politics because you are a Jew. Would you agree? So on the long run, we must understand those people will fight to have the same freedom and access and option to choose their government and governance as you are. So maybe you can play some kind of game for 50 years, 70 years, and maybe even 100 years. But at the end of the day, those people who are living here would fight to be the same as I am. Put yourself in their place. Okay, so we have, I don't mind. I accept those who think that every piece of that land is our land, because yes, it's our land. We were in Hebron. We are not in Jaffa. Okay? Our land is Judea and Samaria. But unfortunately, there are other people there. And do we want them to be a full citizens with all the rights? Fine. Those who wants it, send them. But let's decide. let's decide and do it properly. Because if we won't decide, we're going to see things that we wouldn't like to see. Part of them we see on daily basis in Israel today and for the last 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to decide, that's all. If Israel decides that the Israeli border is on one the Mediterranean and the border with Egypt and Jordan, okay, and then the Jordan Valley and the Golan Heights, okay, it was decided, that's the border of Israel, okay, everyone within those borders have the same rights. Full stop. You want it, do it. My personal view, and it's ridiculous because people are saying, okay, it's a left wing this view. On the contrary, it's a right wing view. I want to state that 80% of the people who are living within the border of Israel would be Jews. Is it right or left? That's ultra right. But in Israel today, you are leftist. So I agree. If we want one state solution, let's have it and do it the right way. And we'll be able to live in peace on the long run. Okay, it doesn't matter who's going to be the government, let's say in 50 years from now, but we'll be able to live here.